Well, holy shit, man. I got two different people, two different friends who told me about this 78 Bel Air. I know it's a Bel Air because there's like no trim on it, so it's not an Impala. And I think this is the same one I saw for sale last year in Laval. Somebody put some Chevy Astro van hubcaps on it. It sounds like there's a Via train coming. Fuck, I love that red, man. This is the kind of car I would buy in a heartbeat. Seriously, if the frame would check out okay, the floors, motor, transmission. Hang on a minute, I hear a Via train coming here. I gotta film that. Okay, as I was saying, this is the kind of car I would totally buy. It doesn't have much value because it's a base model, it's a four-door, it's a late 70s car. But to guys like me, it's an awesome car in its own right, you know. Actually, come to think, yeah, it's a 78 Bel Air. I knew a guy one time, he had a 78 Impala, which is almost the same thing. His was a coupe though. Was not as lavish as my 78 Caprice, but still. Boy, this thing's driven, man. Look, it's all dirty. Fuck, it's really dirty actually. It's filthy. So much so. Look at the windows, they're all like fogged up. Yeah, it's got totally that police car look, eh? And I remember when this thing was for sale, I think the guy was asking like, oh my god, like 1,600 bucks or something. Hasn't been parked here long, that's for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Last time I saw an old car in this parking lot here in St. Henry district of Montreal was last year. Was a Nova 68 72. Hello, Mr. Truck Driver. Yeah, this is as plain Jane as it gets, and chances are very high that it was a woman who owned this first and ordered it this color because it's that old school red, you know. Can you dig it? If I remember right, it's a 305 in this thing. Get a little look underneath there. Yeah, very sound automobile. Whoops, zooming in by accident here. I love it. Nice little siding, even though it's filthy. You know? Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of miles on this thing. The rear seat looks like it had a leak on it. Something spilled on it. Carpet is torn. Yeah, it's in driver condition. Oh yeah, the armrest is all fucked up. But the original radio. Yeah, right on. It's funny because most people would say, oh, it's a Caprice or an Impala. They wouldn't know actually that in fact this is really a Bel Air. You wouldn't know because the Bel Air emblems aren't off it. They fell off. So there you go. I want to just see if I can get one last look, one last shot there of its largeness. Luckily for me right now it stopped raining. The sun's kind of out, so yeah, man. Also interesting too, in 77, 78, the grille was completely different on this model compared to the Caprice, the Bel Air and the Impala. And by the way, those of you thinking I'm on crack or something, no, the Bel Air was produced in Canada until 80. And the reason why is because these cars were very popular with fleets for police and taxis. Anyway, so right on. This is a good way to start my day here since I haven't been filming much in the past few days because I've been recuperating from floating around so much in the city and capturing images. So, take it easy guys. Bye-bye.